Thank you very much to Rumesh and Janani. Now, the Business Agility Tune-Up is not just a bunch of individuals. It's all about community and communities that come together to create outcomes like this. So there's lots of things about community that they do that you will hear. If you talk to them, we have our university volunteers. We have lots of different communities that come together. Also, in line with that, we'd like to take just a few minutes to talk about each of our sponsors. So our platinum sponsor, IFS, thank you very much. Our gold sponsors, Zygenics and Genesis Software Private Limited. Silver sponsors, Tikri, Embla Software Innovation, Zincat, SmartQuest, PicMe, PurpleInstitute.org, LOLC Technologies, Atlassian Community, and Sri Lanka Telecom. Our bronze sponsors, We Make Platforms, Eternum, H&B Assurance. Our digital enablement partner is Cisco Labs, education partner Next Education Group, official telecom partner Sri Lanka Telecom, adventure and leisure partner DP Leisure Private Limited, business media partner is Echelon Media, digital media partner is economynext.com, advanced agile skills and coaching partner Evelyn Consult, our ecosystem partners the SLITPA UAE, PMI Colombo Chapter, Slascom, ISACA Colombo Chapter, SS Agile Guru, Diversity Collective Sri Lanka, IIBA Colombo Chapter, ICF Colombo Chapter, Pakistan Agile Education, and our event management partner Asia Travels and Tours Private Limited. Can we give them all a big round of applause, everyone? Thank you. All right. So we've gone through lots of different things, and I think now it's time to get into talking with our chief guest today. Our chief guest, ladies and gentlemen, is Dr. Mothilal De Silva, Chairman, Sri Lanka Telecom. He is a seasoned C-level executive with decades of experience in telecommunications across Sri Lanka and the Asia-Pacific region. Now, he is a turnaround specialist and has led Telecom Fiji to profitability after years of losses. He's held key leadership roles at Dialog Axiata, MTN Networks, and Axiata Group Malaysia, driving corporate strategy, business intelligence, and process excellence. Dr. De Silva has served as a board member of Sri Lanka Communication Services Private Limited and as a member of High-Level Advisory Council of the World Internet Conference in Shenzhen, China, 2015 to 2017. He is a recipient of multiple global and national awards and holds a doctorate in business administration and postgraduate qualifications in IT, management, and engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, I want a big round of applause for our chief guest today, Dr. Mothilal De Silva.
It's a great pleasure and privilege to participate in this forum. And so good morning, everyone. So today my presentation is how to build agility in a telecommunication company. Strategies for innovation and success. So learning agility frameworks through the lens of telecom is highly valuable for other industries because telecom is a complex, fast evolving, dynamic, and highly regulated sector. Why agile? Telecom operates in a high velocity and disruptive environments. Industry like banking, healthcare, manufacturing, retail can learn now to pivot quickly. By learning from telecom, other industries can accelerate digital transformation, improve cross-functional agility, and deliver customer-centric product faster. So what are the challenges to telecommunication industry? The combination effect of cloud, IoT, 5G, AI, big data, and high-definition video is exponential. So these technologies can pose a big challenge to the telecommunication sector. So those services demands high bandwidth, low latency, compelling telcos to invest on infrastructure. It's a continuous thing and never ending. Now 3G to 4G, 4G to 5G, now all of us are talking about 6G even. So this is to meet the rise and uptake of data usage and network usage. So we can't avoid this. So that is a biggest challenge the telecommunication industry faces. And that's why telecommunication industry is named as a capital intensive industry. Though mobile telecommunication operators provide core services like voice, SMS, data, and internet to almost 100% of the world population, and sometimes they help in transacting payments for nearly 200 million subscribers. Telecommunication is still in the verge of transformation and in a state of flux. The market capitalization of 4 hyperscalers, Amazon, Alphabet, that is Google, Meta, and Tencent, are much higher than the total market capitalization of all the global telecom companies. This is alarming. And threat posed by OTTs like WhatsApp, Zoom is a big challenge. They encroach telecom domains and they circumvent the telecom infrastructure, telecom services, and telecom business models. And they get free services from telecommunication companies. So this is a big challenge. Last but not least, long innovation cycles and poor agility compared to other IT companies. So what's the agility in the context of telecommunication sector? So telecommunication companies must embrace digital transformation, automation, and flexible business models to stay competitive and relevant. So telcos that adopt agile practices generally record 20% to 50% reduction in costs. And these agile practices reduce the cycle time of product innovation. So agility for customer-centric product development. Here you can find different methodologies or practices like lean startup, Scrum, Kanban. It's very interesting methodology for mainly for product, program management. And other interesting area for me is Osterwald's the business model canvas. So all these methodologies can be used in combination and also separately, sometimes in a hybrid fashion. So there, in product development, the most popular is lean startup, especially a lot of startups are using that methodology. I think all of you know it. And it focuses on iterative development cycles. And Scrum also can be used in combination with lean startups. And they quickly adapt to get customer feedback. So use of different tools and frameworks can reduce the product life cycle time, product development life cycle. So shifting from waterfall approach to agile methodologies, focusing on iterative development and shorter delivery cycles or sprints will help telcos to drive value incrementally and adapt to change more effectively. So customer involvement throughout the product development cycle is very, very important. So other area that agility is important is service delivery value chain or service fulfillment of a telecom. Scrum comes there. So it is one of the best methodologies for service fulfillment. Why Scrum for service fulfillment? It's faster time to market for new services, improved cross-functional collaborations like IT, network, operations, customer support, and sometimes IT like OSS, operation support systems, business support systems, IT systems. So all these functions are important to achieve service delivery. So service delivery value chain is important. You can't think anything in isolation. So high adaptability to changing customer demand and even changing regulations. Reduce bottlenecks through iterative improvements. Incremental modernization in sprints to replace slow legacy system. So I have an example. This is a hypothetical example. So Telecom Scrum adoption case for improving service delivery value chain. It goes in sprints. So sprint 1 could be automate order validation, like validate customer information like ID and address, emails, and check if coverage is there in customer's address. So sprint 2 could be integrating with the CRM, and that can even cut activation time by 50%. And sprint 3 could be implementing a self-service portal for customers. And the result is faster service delivery and improvement in customer satisfaction. So different methodologies are there. As I said before, not three, there are many. But I am illustrating only 3 here. All 3 can be used in a hybrid fashion or selectively. And I'm not going into details. Then now I think you all know these technologies. But one thing I want to highlight is that there's no definitive answer to which you should use Scrum or any Lean for your agile projects. It depends on the size of the organization, the nature of the project, and the challenges you have. So the critical enablers for agility. So these are prerequisites or facilitators for agility in a telecom industry or in any other industry. So I call this power trio. To successfully implement agile frameworks, anything Scrum, Lean, Kanban, business model canvas, or anything, a company needs 3 foundational pillars, as I believe. One is transformational leadership, to drive the cultural change, for change management. And the other important thing is collaborative ecosystem and co-creation, to break the operational silos or barriers and build alliances for faster development. Reduce or share risk. By sharing risk, you can reduce cost also. And last but not least, the most important is having a strategic talent mobility within the organization. Because these projects are dynamic. You have to pick and choose the right people from the right time, at the right time. So this is needed to build future-ready capabilities, optimize HR cost, and retain skilled staff. So other than these three, agile organization structure is also important. I like to have a matrix or cross-functional teams to have more agility in an organization. It's not easy. So what is transformational leadership? Shift from command and control structure to visionary and empowering leadership. So agile transformation fails without leadership commitment. Definitely it will fail. So who is a leader? Leader can envision future, and a leader has a long-term view. I think Steve Jobs or Elon Musk is the right example for it, but I am not too sure whether they are the right example for a transformation leader. It's questionable. You can argue, debate. So other important thing is obtaining internal buy-in for agile programs and promote innovative and learning and collaborative culture and championing the agile mindset. Other important area that the leader should cover is empowering teams, like Scrum teams. Measure outcomes, not just output. We will not ask, did we deploy X number of towers? But instead, we ask, our customers' experience is better in 5G. So CEO's task basically, in the case of Scrum or any other methodology, hosting monthly agile town hall meetings, then replace rigid annual planning with quarterly business reviews for faster pivots. So not purely depend on annual business plan or 3-year business plan or 5-year business plan. Be flexible. Incentivize leaders based on team agility metrics like cycle time, innovation rate, and things like that. Collaborative ecosystem and responsive co-creation is also a prerequisite for agility. Breaking silo structure. Good example is network operations, customer service support, and IT systems. If they are working in silos, the incident resolution will be slow. How to foster collaboration? To form cross-functional agile teams and to use unified tools and data, Kanban boards, Jira, Trello for real-time visibility, and even using collaborative communication tools like Slack, and forming squads and tribes. So you all know what is squads and tribes. Squads are small self-organizing teams, focus on specific activity, and tribes are large group of squads. So normally squads are about 5 to 10 and tribes about even hundreds. So managing this is a challenge. So other important thing is platform for service orchestration. So that is needed for collaboration or building a collaborative ecosystem, because you have to have a mediation platform to share your APIs and things like that. So that is very important, especially in the context of telecommunication. And other important thing is buffering from bureaucracy. So you need a mentor or scrum master. So an ecosystem innovation. Innovation not in isolation. So you have to work as a group with universities, with external agencies, and internally also. It's not only internal, even collaborate with external third parties. Other important thing is to have independent operating units to prevent, again, bureaucracy, red tape. So especially at the stage of incubating products. So there are many technology tools to improve the collaboration process. So I'm not going into details. Other important thing is value creation in traditional markets tend to be linear. Value creation in ecosystem tend to be networked and mutual. So ecosystem produce more value as a whole than the sum of the individual participants acting independently. So this is an important thing. So responsive co-creation, so I would touch this independent operating units to have at the stage of incubation. This is important. Talent mobility and upskilling. So it's important to, within the organization, to build an internal talent marketplace. So, for example, a field tech joining a Scrum team for IoT rollout. So, you have to draw people from different divisions, from different units, different skill sets, and train them and put them in teams. So identifying the right people from different places is important. So you have the HR division should build an internal talent marketplace. So that can be enabled by different even HRIS SaaS systems. So developing agile competency framework, that is, example is Scrum Masters, and continuous learning. So there are various ways of getting that through external parties, like now normally we get training from AWS, Cisco for 5G cloud certifications, and different certification schemes are there. So encourage your employees to participate in these training programs. So in future, 30%, this is for telecom, in future 30% field operation staff will transition to cloud networking roles. Why? Because networks are now, telecom networks are adopting network functional virtualization, software defined networks. So it completely different ecosystem within telecom. So other example I am illustrating here is finding talent for a venture factory internally. This is just an example. Now here you can see at the incubation period, organizations require entrepreneurs within the organization. So they have a different skill set. So you have to identify them. Then at the stage of acceleration, you need different type of people. So they are growth genius. So they are good in achieving growth for a product. And during the scale up period, you need different kind of skill set. You need the efficiency experts. So they look at the market, at the same time they look at the processes, procedures, and also organization structure to facilitate the accelerated growth of hypergrowth. So that at the ideation stage, you need entrepreneurs. So at different stages, you need different skill sets. So the organization's challenge is to identify those skill sets. Otherwise, you cannot market the products. You have a lot of good ideas, you produce, you develop it, you sometimes incubate, but you cannot go to the market. So drawing people from different areas is a challenge that the companies are facing. So to have agility, you have to facilitate that. So talent marketplace platform shift from machine hierarchy to an agile organism. Now in the left hand side you see the hierarchical structure and different silos, but on the right hand side you can, yes, you see a different kind of organization structure. So that in the middle you find the leadership that gives the direction and enables this action, and different teams are working around that. So how do you build a workforce that is both agile and flexible, and that you can leverage into new roles and situations? So answer, it's given by Anne Fulton. She's the CEO of Fuel 50. So I'll come to that later. What is Fuel 50? So her answer is, it's all about internal mobility, better leveraging your workforce and making sure you have the right people with the right skills in the right place at the right time. This is a product. It's again HRIS SaaS solution, platform for talent management, and so you can find it is Fuel 50, and there are many SaaS application for talent management and to facilitate talent mobility. So HRIS SaaS solutions can create a diverse, equitable, agile, inclusive organizations. For what? Creating win-win. Win for different stakeholders. So this is the talent revolution. So for what? To create shared value for different stakeholders. So I want to wind up my presentation in a humorous note. Again, this represent Scrum. For what Scrum should not be used. We should not implement Scrum in a surgery situation, and we should not implement Scrum indiscriminately. So here you can see a patient is in a theater, operation theater, and so the doctor is going to cut and do a surgery. Then the patient is asking, wait, you are going to perform surgery without anesthesia. Then this is the answer of the doctor. This is agile surgery. We need to ask you about your symptoms and complaints after we open you up, getting customer feedback. We'll also need to know what you want us to work on in the first iteration. Okay. On that, I conclude my presentation. Thank you for listening. Thanks.
Thank you very much, sir. We'd like to invite you to please remain on stage. Dr. Mothilal De Silva, sir, if you could please remain on stage because we have a token of appreciation to be handed for you. Would like to invite Director Business Agility Tune-Up and Co-Chair of the RSG, Mahimal Nakalanda, to please make your way to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our chief guest here today, Dr. Mothilal De Silva. Thank you.